Hello, football fans, and Week 11's in the books. It was a crazy week, and of course, it started with the Patriots 25-0, 25-0 over the Falcons on that Thursday Night Football. But of course, Sunday. That's when the fun really began. A couple high-scoring affairs in Minnesota and in LA. Um, yeah, Rodgers had pretty much his best game of the year, or one of his best games of the year. But the effort was there from everybody, but we came up short by 3 points. We lost to the Vikings. Now with the Cardinals, when the Cardinals went over Seattle, we're back down to number two in the NFC. But here's my thing about it. I'm good. I'm good. Don't get me wrong. I'm hoping we get number one in the conference, but this team is so complete now that even if God forbid we end up like number two, probably number three, we'll be fine. I mean, the defense is doing well. We gave up 34 points. We were due for one of those games, but even then, the defense was doing things. So it was a harder 34 that Minnesota got. So I am not concerned in the least. If this was last year, I would be, but not this year. Um, Cam Newton had his homecoming, didn't turn out well. Even worse, it was his former coach that beat him. Of course, that was the main question when Cam was out there. Why did Ron Rivera call him up? But yeah. So Washington, that's another big win they got because they were coming off that win over Tampa Bay. Um, Houston upset Tennessee. I can't believe that. I can't believe that happened. I mean, it was just crazy. I mean, Tennessee beat good teams without Derrick Henry. Yet Houston beats them. Strange, but and of course, I mentioned the game in L.A. It was Chargers hosted the Steelers, high scoring affair, but it went the Chargers' way. Steelers, they're in trouble. They are in trouble. There's no bones about it. They're 5-4-1. They were the only AFC North team to lose in Week 11, and that's a bad combination. Now they're down in third place in that division. The Cincinnati won their game and passed them. They're barely ahead of Cleveland, who barely beat the Lions. And Baltimore won because they were playing the Bears. That comes with playing the Bears, winning. The Bears are a disgrace. They are. They are. They're at home against a Ravens team that had Lamar Jackson and Marquise Brown out, but they still lost. Any other team would have blown out Baltimore, but this is the Bears. They are the most incompetent team in the league, and we Packer fans just absolutely revel in it, don't we? We do. Mocking the Bears is part of our job description. Business is good. So, yeah, so, and more about them a little bit later. So Baltimore's still in the thick of things as far as the number one seed in the conference. Um, but yeah, it was just an amazing week, a very intriguing week overall, and just all I have to say is Dallas. Yeah, Dallas's offense didn't show up. Of course, when you don't have a coach, these things happen. The Chiefs won 19-9 over Dallas. That overly maligned and that overly maligned defense, which is so full of holes. I mean, so full. It is awful. A lot of people said Kansas City has the worst defense in the league, but they gave up only 3 field goals. Even Jordan Love, our backup quarterback, threw a touchdown pass against the Chiefs in that game where we had to play without Rodgers for obvious reasons. So yeah, so the Cowboys, they're still in first place because NFC East, but they can't be playing like this if they want to be taken seriously in the rest of the conference. They cannot. Of course, that's, of course, we all know whose fault this is. Uh, it's all the fault of the Packers' sloppy seconds that they call a head coach. But seriously, why did they hire him? I still don't get that. But anyway, um, so yeah, very eventful week 11. Business is about to pick up, as Hall of Famer Jim Ross often says, because Thanksgiving is coming up. Thanksgiving is a very important holiday, well, overall, but it's a very important holiday in the NFL season because it usually marks the official beginning of the home stretch of the playoff race. Now, it's a week longer because it's 17 games and there's an 18th week, but with Thanksgiving falling on week 12, that will what follows is the final third of that season. It's gonna be nail biting as it always is. December football is always interesting, especially for Packer fans, especially like myself, because we're in the thick of it now. Trying to win a division, trying to get a good position. It's amazing. It's a great stretch. It's a great stretch. I really love the whole stretch of football. I love December football, though it doesn't beat hockey in March and April. But those final weeks are amazing, and it's going to be very fun. So what will we get to feast on, football wise? Well, it's the Lions, and I've been lazy with this. I really do need to start a petition to get the Lions off Thanksgiving, because I know the Lions have been playing on Thanksgiving forever, but the team has sucked for pretty much most of my life. They entered Thanksgiving winless, which isn't the first time, but they have a win percentage. They're 0-9-1, which is a percentage of which is a percentage of .050. That's not good. That's not good at all. So yeah, I really need to start petitioning to get the Lions off. It was up to me. It will be the Packers and Cowboys every Thanksgiving. Cowboys because they are Thanksgiving. Let's face it, we can't have Thanksgiving without the Cowboys. And the Packers because of the history. 100 years, most championships. Why shouldn't we be on Thanksgiving every year? But anyway, so it's the Bears, the Lions. And I promised more than the Bears. I'm going to call it. The Lions' first win is coming on Turkey Day. Yeah. Jared Goff's still out, but I'm calling it. The Lions' first win of the season is going to come on Turkey Day tomorrow. I can just sense it. They're playing the Bears. The Bears are one of the most incompetent teams in football. They should be glad the Lions are in the NFC North because the Bears are so hideous. But I think the Lions get their first win, and the Bears are going to win with that loss too, because this is going to be the loss that gets Matt Nagy fired. Bears fans want him out. They do. They want him fired, and I read the players can't stand him either. Yeah, they want this guy fired, and I'm pretty sure if and when the Lions beat them, he's going to get his pink slip at least no more than about 10-15 minutes later. Yeah, this is the game. So this is going to be the last game in Nagy's coaching career if things work out like I predicted, which means it's going to be a happy Thanksgiving for the Lions and for the Bears. But anyway, that kicks off Thanksgiving. Cowboys host the Raiders. Cowboys have injury problems, but they should beat the Raiders because the Raiders are a mess. And the Bills are facing the Saints. That's the prime time Thursday night game, Thanksgiving game. As far as Sunday's action, Tampa, fresh off the Monday night win, they're headed to Indianapolis. Of course, Indy's fresh off blasting the Bills and having Jonathan Taylor make his fantasy owners very, very happy. This fantasy owner had to play against a team that had him, but I still won. But Titans and the Patriots, that's going to be good. Battle first place teams. Steelers are in Cincy, because you all know how that goes. Death, taxes, and Pittsburgh killing Cincinnati. This is a big game. The Packers host the Rams. It's big for more than one reason. Not only because these two teams have great records or are jockeying for position, but this is the Odell game. Remember, Odell claimed that he wanted to be a Packer, but he went to LA. And his first game didn't go too well. Now he's got to go to Lambeau Field. This is going to be very interesting. The Sunday night game is an AFC North matchup. Browns and Ravens. It is always fun when those two teams get together. And the Monday nighter is the Seahawks against the Washington football team, and that will end Week 12. So that's my recap of Week 11. If you like this video, click the like button. Click subscribe if you want more of this material. My story about Week 11 on Vocal is in the description below, so check it out. And it's pretty much Thanksgiving inspired because I love this holiday so much, and I hope everyone has a good, fun, and happy Thanksgiving. It is a great holiday, good food, family, and football, the 3 Fs. You can't ask for anything more than that. So have a happy Thanksgiving. I'll be back to recap Week 12 next week. So stay tuned.